Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Andar Plays Victoria 2 as Catalonia, an episode brought to you with much sorrow in my heart because the real episode 8 was ruined due to a recording error. I recorded yesterday, and as soon as I was done recording, after about 40 minutes, I went to hit stop recording, and everything crashed, nothing was saved, and it was horrible. Like, I just wasted 40 minutes of my life, and wasn't then unable to give you the true events of what happened. Now we get this alternate history of what originally happened. But I'll tell you, I didn't get very far, honestly. Nothing really that crazy happened. Basically, 1906, you can see right here, I got to 1912. And the reason it was so slow going was because I have these cores here, Spain is going to keep declaring war on us. So in that episode, Spain declared war on us twice, although, it was pretty boring. As exciting as it sounded, it was really dull indeed, and I was very frustrated, actually. I was not in the mood to deal with Spain. Basically, just, France stormed down here, United Kingdom couldn't really do much, and occupied the place, and the war was over. Both times the war was over within a month, and then Spain would declare war again, 5 years later when the peace treaty was up. And I assume they'll just keep doing that here. So what is their peace with me right now? Lasts until the 26th of April of this year. Now, throughout the last episode, I was struggling multiple times. It was really comical. I'll tell you about it right now instead of, you experiencing it like you could have. If technology worked the way it was supposed to. But yeah, the entire episode I was struggling to say that the new goal is to take the Balearic Islands, despite it potentially being a 10 war score or 10 infamy charge for this small island that doesn't have anything on it but cattle and a population of only, 68,000 people. In the grand scheme of things, it's, I guess it would be, well, it's better than nothing. It's an alright size, I guess. I mean, we have 1.70, no, we have I'm looking at growth, 2.42 million people, 66,000 is, that's a nice chunk. Not the biggest chunk, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We have unemployed in Valencia. Let's see what we can do about that. Okay, we have a steel factory. Okay, the steel is going to the machine parts factory, and the ammunition factory needs iron. These guys need iron for their canned food factory. Those guys need steel, so we have a firearms and ammunition factory. Okay, I don't know what to build then. Artillery? I don't really use I use artillery a little bit. Not sure if it's enough to build a factory for. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, we need something, and we can sell the excess overseas. Then again, maybe I should have waited, because who knows, that war's gonna come soon. Because I have the foreknowledge now that it will be coming soon. Oh, that was devastating indeed. Luckily, I think a lot of these fortifications are in pretty good shape. Put him down here. Demonstrations turn sour. We'll get more socialists. I don't really care at this point. We get, those guys will be ready, hopefully. Need to build a couple more clipper ships, I think. Can never be too careful. Strength through unity. Fascism develops in communist Krakow. The little tiny communist utopia over here. It's beautiful. Except their flag is really bad. Let's just take our flag and just put a black hammer and sickle on it. Looks lovely. Brilliant. Brilliant stuff. I don't know. Like, I feel Paradox doesn't take its time, rushes through things. Maybe that is a historical flag of Krakow. or Krakow Communist Party, but it's just, if that's the case, I really feel sorry for the Krakow Communists, because that is a pathetic flag. Well, then again, they're part of, Poland, wherever they are now, so they probably don't have nationalism for their little city-state. They have nationalism for whatever country they're a part of, which I assume is Poland. Yeah, it's gotta be Poland. Oh yeah, we're at war. As the prophet Andar foresaw. And that requires a substantial amount of wartime spending. Good stuff. Mobilization of the highest degree. The movement of these forces to the Balearic Islands in the hopes that we can take it. I doubt it. And we'll see what the Spanish do. The French are, of course, on our side. Yes. Yeah. I like to see what the Spanish are gonna do, and then I attack. Let's attack with all of these guys. Wam Morways will attack with 48,000. Let's hold off on a second. Let those guys' morale get up. These guys occupy the Balearic Islands, etc. Where are you going? Oh yeah, because he doesn't have reliability. He just does whatever he wants, right? Is that right? Jerk. I gave you orders. I expect them followed. Or maybe he's patrolling. I don't know. I really don't like it, though. We had a battle in the Balearic Islands, okay. Well, now or never. We'll just send these guys as let's see, do we have a general? Yeah, that's... No, definitely not that guy. Definitely not that guy. Create general. Nope. Don't like him. Don't like him. We're getting a bunch of bad generals. What about him? Oh, I guess... Carlos is the best... No, Carlos is not. This guy has a bad defense, but... Oh well. He's a sad sack. And soft. That's just horrible. You're a sad sack. Kinda gross, too. What do you... Okay, that's how big of a sad sack he is. I give him a direct order to move over here, and he just turns around. Alright. Either way, Balearic Islands are occupied. I'll send these guys on over. Yes, 24... Move there to Castellon. You know, the Spanish are trying to take Aragon and the Basque region there. And they immediately move away from the battle. Fools. These guys, I don't know what they're doing. Told them to move over there. Into the fight, please. All of you move that way. Get into an even bigger brawl. Because we're going to go straight for the capital, I think. Intervene immediately. Okay, how's the war going? We won that battle. I mean, well, the French won that battle. Okay, the French are pouring in now. As you can see, we'll take the 3rd Army by Jose Cardafal. We'll get... Oh, I didn't even sign the general. Where'd the general go? Oh, Alright, I guess Wam can stay there. The 1st Army can go back to Catalonia to get the general. I gave it. Oh yeah, these guys need to group up in Barcelona. And then be sent back to rule. To rule rules. Alright, now these guys, holy Toledo. Gonna occupy Toledo. Do we have enough to add a war goal? The war is not going well enough. By the time it gets well enough, you know, the French will subdue the Spanish into a white peace, and that'll be that. Unfortunate for us. Indeed. I'll get the general in charge. The general in charge. Okay. Who was he? Not Carlos. The guy with no defense. Sad sack. Yeah, this guy. Okay, he has no attack. Well, I'm an attacking... Well, I guess it's glitchy in that other menu, unless this is the glitchy one. So this guy is my best bet so far, I guess. Oh, that's a lot of low organization right there. I'd rather someone with organization, but I'd also rather someone with defense. I don't know what these Spanish are up to. Yeah, I'll go with Dalmil Bacardi. He will go on to create some alcohol, I believe. He came to the right country. You know, our first industrial pursuits was to build a glass factory to subsidize the wine factory. We don't have a liquor factory anywhere in here. That might be a good idea. The liquor distillery, sorry, will be in Catalonia. Let's see. Can we now add war goal? We cannot. Okay. And I guess we'll do some military tech, artillery support. Go. Okay. Capital has been seized. They are doing a counterattack in Toledo against Guam. Do we have add war goal? No war goals can be added at this time. Sorry. Jose, reinforce Guam. Okay, good. We won the Battle of Toledo. Guam, looks like you got hit pretty hard. I'm gonna have you retreat back to Cuenca, I believe. Yes. And help these guys out. You be in charge of them as we deal with these Spaniards who have occupied Murcia and Cartagena. Not much in that sector, that province, so it should be quite an easy task for you. A man of your stature. How good does the war have to go? I mean, it's a pretty good going war, must say myself. Okay, Germany and Austria don't get along that well, but enough to see things straight and do peace. I live in a city called Salamanca. It's not that one, though. It's one in New York right now that's being hit by heavy amounts of snow. Actually, it's absolutely fine right here. We get snow, but it's not. North of us in Buffalo, the city of Buffalo, they are having a horrible time. Made the front page of BBC's news website. That's how I know something's big. And of course, the only thing that big that happens around here is an absurd amount of snow. I wonder if it snows in Spain. It snows in North France, but what about the Mediterranean coast? Does it snow there? It's about on the same latitude as Florida. I'm going to assume no. Obviously, altitude has a bigger role to play in whether or not it snows than what latitude you are. But yeah, I'm gonna guess, if I had to guess, it does not snow on the Mediterranean coast. Could be wrong. I won't do research. That I can say for sure. Oh man, they're deoccupying Toledo so fast. Forget about that. Help Jose. Can add war goal. Maybe after this battle. Rebellion in Sicily, who are mostly going to be fighting the worst invasion I've ever seen. I wonder if Italy will align with me. They will not accept right now as a result of an ongoing war, but would they otherwise? They have a nice relationship with me. Let's see. Oh no, definitely not, because we own the Sicily over here, and they can't align with us if we have their core provinces. Of course not. That is a huge reason as to why we don't push for Perpignan. Right there. Perpignan. Alright, we won the battle, giving very low amount of war score. Spain, Britain, Portugal. Can't get anything. Wonder how the colonial fight is doing. Because I always forget that there's colonies down here. And what about encouraging bureaucrats? 57%. I gotta pay attention to see if that's increasing or not. Or if my Gambian gamble is worth the time. It's called, yeah, I like that. Gambian gamble. Okay, Jose, how about you occupy that province? And Guam can continue getting glory in battle. And the peace treaty. Alright, everyone can go home. Until we need you in 5 years. Believe it. It's really annoying. I'll just get both these guys at Barcelona, get the ships over in Barcelona. Still got rebellion there, so we'll just put everyone on the boat, and that will be the garrison. Lower this. Doesn't look like there's much of a rebellion there, so they don't need heavy amounts of military funding for that. Education increase. See if we can increase the administration. 50%. Let's get crime eliminated. Alright. And we have a pretty strong economy. Just merge this. All aboard, as much as you can. The troops. Whatever. Land! Fight the 3,000 guys there. And we have victory in Catalonia. Get back on the ship. Go back to Barcelona, where we will more accurately assess what the divisions in our military are going to be. Merge these guys together. They're all led by Wom, who gives us 20% prestige from battles. That is we are blessed to have Wom on our side. Morweus. Well, gotta wait for them to grow back, balance. Looks like the 3rd army has more troops than the 1st army. So Guam will lead that still. 1st army will guard Sicily with its life. I believe Sicily is the naval point right there. Alright, that's good. And evidently we need to build forts in places. We are in debt 22,143 pounds. Bank of France, Bank of Switzerland, Bank of the USA. Okay. That is A-okay. That is why we have the garrison there. Are they enough to handle them? Well, we didn't put anyone in charge of these troops, so they might not have been. Jose, get back in there. You charming fellow, you. I'll see if they can gain back their strength before we go ahead and start fighting these guys in Messina. They're taking too long. Okay, yeah, they'll pull ahead. Gotcha. And then pluralism. Intervene immediately. Attack. See, we lose these initial attacks. That's why it's red on our side. And as always, it's because I'm not putting any funding into them because I really don't need to. That's money I could be using making sure this country doesn't go bankrupt and lose all of the prestige we've worked so hard to gain. Number 9 in the world doesn't come easy. Number 10 in industry will be extremely difficult, and we'll probably never have a military. So regional power, 16th, a force to be reckoned with, for sure. Of course, we will attend the Olympics, where we will prove our superiority over the lesser peoples. But yeah, we are a regional power for sure, but not exactly someone who's going to be, you know, Security Council, I guess you could say. So repay the loan, and then we can research a new tech. Military logistics is pretty important, if I do say so myself. That liquor distillery will be done in 198 days. We have a lot of unemployed in Catalonia. So they will be happy about that, I am sure. The Party Radical has taken office. They are a liberal party, but they are the best liberal party because they allow us to build, expand, open, close, and destroy factories, as well as building railways and prioritization and subsidization. But they also allow capitalists to build them too. The only thing this party wants us to not do is fund foreign factories or have foreigners open factories here. Or, foreign nations opening factories here so that they could gain influence over our politics. And you know what? I agree with the Party Radical. So far, this is exactly everything I could want. No foreign investment in my country, lessening the power of my government, but I get to build factories, and the capitalists get to build factories, and it's brilliant. I love it. I'm going to try, keep these guys in power. I wish it told you how many votes an individual party has gotten, instead of just this block, because there are many political parties. In fact, there are 1, 2, 3 liberal parties and an anarcho-liberal party. That's a lot of liberalism. So yeah. Oh well. We'll just... Worst case scenario, this is an HMS government, and if the people don't choose correctly, I can, of course, choose for them. But, they picked correctly this time, so everyone gets to be happy. There's a crisis on at the moment. Over Bulgaria, Germany, Ottoman Empire, and the United Kingdom versus civilized society. Whoa, okay. That is unlike France indeed, I would say, to get humiliated in that crisis negotiation. That's a weird peace term. Humiliate France, and then France accepts. But it seems that Russia gets invaded anyway. So that's unfortunate for them. The Fourth Austrian liberation of Moravia. That has been going on for a while. What is Moravia? Weckerferker? Rovn? Yeah, so what is Austria trying to take? Oh no, okay, never mind. Russia is on the side of Austria, not Austrians trying to take something from Russia. I misread that. So, that crisis was disrupted, but it looks like, all the major powers that were involved, except Britain, are involved in this war. I mean, that keeps it from turning into the First World War. But still. Who do I think is going to win this? It looks like pretty good stalemate here on the Alsace-Lorraine, over near Luxembourg. Poor Luxembourg stuck in between these two countries. Because they invaded Belgium like that. The French did. But it looks like, as always, the Russians are not going to put up the best fight possible. But they're going to put the best fight up they possibly can. They also have the Ottoman Empire to deal with, which they can walk all over. But the Germans are a different story. As you can see, they're making large pushes inward into Poland there. But it looks like the French have taken the upper hand in the Alsace-Lorraine, are pushing into Baden. No telling how well that's going to work against Germany. Germany could care less about these three countries over here. Although, why they have not formed Germany when they have all the necessary compartments to form Germany I just don't understand that. Perhaps I never will. I wonder if these guys will accept an alliance with me. Nope. Okay. What about Netherlands? Belgians? Nope. Nothing. When's this new peace treaty end? 9th of February, 1912. See, we can't even justify a war against Spain until the peace treaty is up, which means that I guess I should solve this rebellion that's been going on that I have cared so little about. So, what was I even saying? I don't know. I don't remember. Let me research that technology. We'll do something else. Inorganic chemistry, we've been neglecting that quite a bit. So we'll get that taken care of. Yeah, I really wish I could remember. Like, I just completely flew over my head right there, what I was even discussing. Well, did Austria get back what it wanted? Is that Moravia? It is. Good job, guys. I knew I could count on you. Good stuff. Good show. Of course, France would much rather have the Alsace-Lorraine than have Austria have Moravia. But any victory against Germany is a victory for the world, as far as I'm concerned. Some nice beverages. Alright. All poor people become 40% more socialist in Timbuktu, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. Catalonians have not made a huge impact on the culture map of Africa. The Italians are, though, but they've mostly cheated because they picked the areas that are, pretty... The South Italians, anyway. Two Sicilies was the colonial effort, not those northerners. Lazy northerners. So yeah. A lot of South Italians in Algeria in the future. Meanwhile, Catalonian Gambia is... How's that doing? We are now at 65% plus 2 right there. Oh wait, we have maximum soldiers in 2 provinces, so should remove that. Put some encouragement here and in Catalonia. And that will be A-okay. Yeah, because the population is only 3%. Yeah, we could have more military power than we currently have. What are we sitting on? Okay, Bulgarian crisis again. No one ever seems to care about the Bulgarians, though. Oh, poor Bulgaria. Even though that would be a huge blow to the Ottoman Empire. But then again, like, Ottoman Empire ain't that much anymore. Well, it didn't really lose much other than Tripoli. So that France could form this awesome S, which just seems to be rebelling against them right now. But that's fine. Another unfortunate thing about this game is there's just these areas that because a certain country has cores on them, Liberia, of course, has cores on this up here. So, other countries will not try to occupy it for some reason. Just the AI won't do it. Which leaves places like Djibouti, this little one province here down in Eritrea, to go without. As well as Aronia. So it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Indeed. Like, why the British wouldn't colonize that, I don't know. I mean, it would upset Ethiopia, but... like, what's Ethiopia gonna do? Other than beat Italians? Okay. War is again declared. This is the First World War over the independence of Bulgaria. I'm not sure who's gonna win this one, actually, this time. It'll be interesting to see. The French have taken the first steps into the Alsace-Lorraine. Looks like the French are making a good offensive and doing good against the British counteroffensive. They could be doing better against that. Looks like they just lost that. Yeah, British are gonna flow all the way in through Dunkirk now. Let's make Russia happy. Let's make Austria happy. How's the Russian front doing? Can't really get much look over there. It looks like they're getting a small bit of help from the French, but there's just not enough. There's not enough people. in the world to help out. Meanwhile, anarcho-liberals everywhere. The Russians are trying to occupy Bulgaria. That's where the war needs to be won, if, the war is to liberate Bulgaria. Alright, let's deal with our own problems here in home. The homeland. Because, we're not paying them, they will not automatically kill the rebellions. It's a shame, really. This is a good way to clear out political enemies. Just force them into rebellion, so you get them out in the open, and just slaughter them. Of course, I only have 16,000 troops to work with, and because I'm not paying them to have guns or anything like that, ammunition, and the like, they could lose one of these battles. That could be devastating, but then I just bring my Sicilian occupation force over, and it won't be that big of a deal. Let's decrease education. Well, let's not do that. Decrease administration down to 15%. That seems to be good. I'll try and repay this loan. Boom. And we are free. Well, we still got this guy in Alicante. Alicante can't defend itself. Go back to Barcelona, which just owned you. How many times are you gonna make that joke, Andrew? I can tell you, it's probably not gonna be the last time. Oh. Okay, so now there's the Italian liberation of Lombardia. Italy has turned against France. And if they win, they could turn against me, but I think they are going to lose. Oh man, okay, Germany is now a unified nation. Bulgaria doesn't exist, so they lost World War I. That's a big Germany. They got Denmark in there. They got Tyrol, so they have half of Austria, the Auschwitz. And that's a pretty good looking Germany, I must say. Slightly bigger. Usually when Germany expands, they just kind of blob all over the place and it looks ugly on the map. But, those are some believable borders, I believe. That could have happened in the real world, I believe. My country's pretty cool too. I think my country's better. Germany versus Catalonia? Catalonia wins, just saying. Okay, no, they would crush me. Although I guess those battles did kind of happen in the Spanish Civil War, because, Franco was supported by the Germans and the Italian fascists. So Catalonia and Republican/communist/anarchist troops were going up against the fascist military machine. And, Austria-Hungary is now called Austria-Hungary. That's good. Have full citizenship. Yeah. And then the Soviet Union at the time was funding Republican Spain. But, if we just look at the geographic conditions, we have Germany, fascist Germany here, and fascist Italy here, both funding Franco-fascists. And the Russians, the Germans and Italians are pretty close. So they can just send stuff over, even if they can't go through democratic France. But Russia, they have to sail through all this German-infested waters, or they sail through here to get, supplies over to Republican troops, through other fascist waters. It wasn't ideal. Of course, it's not like those two countries could openly fire at each other, but the idea is that it would just take more time to get supplies across, and I'm just getting into historical logistics here. Exciting stuff. I just love this joke here, because it references some really annoying things about Europa Universalis and Crusader Kings is whenever there's a comet in those two games, because the people are so backwards in those technologically lacking times that they think it is a bad omen by God and that bad things are going to happen. But here in the Victorian era, we're all about science and rational thought. When we see a comet, we're like, oh man, that's beautiful. So I like this joke that thank God we live in such enlightened times. It's great. Attend the 5th Olympic Games. We didn't win anything in the last one, but we did win stuff in the 3rd one, if I remember correctly. So, we still got a chance. Everyone's seeing what we can do. I would like us to host the Olympic Games if we could, but I think that's only a great power thing. I'm not sure about that. We will be invited to, or suggested to. Okay. Spain again. Yes, of course it's Spain. Alright, same thing's probably gonna happen. Italy might try and take Sicily from us, because now they have a peace treaty with France right now, so France might not be able to help us keep Sicily, which means I'm gonna get these troops way out of there. Not even gonna try taking the Balearic Islands, because it failed the last times I've been trying to do it. I'm just gonna try and focus on staying alive. Build some guards, forgot to do that. Fund the troops as much as possible. And of course, as always, mobilize. Actually, I should probably send these ships to the capital in Barcelona, where the rest of the guys are, and where all the troops are going to show up. Well, if they had attacked Valencia instead of right there, they could have stopped all of my recruits from these territories joining up with the main military force here. Did our general die? Oh man, he did. Well, rest in peace, Jose and Wom. You're great men. Unlike these guys are pitiful. Amazing. A defense of 4, morale of 10, organization of 4%, and reliability of 2%. Luis Verdaguer. He has a school of defense and stout. And he looks like Jose, if I remember correctly. And another guy that looked like... These guys must be cousins of the man. This guy's an eccentric genius. He's a little impetus. Got attack, can't really defend very well. But he inspires a tiny bit of morale in his troops. A little disorganized, but that disorganization comes with the benefit of speed. Good job, Andre Faze. He'd be made fun of in America, I'm sure. And this guy's alright. Morale of 22%, organization of 6.8, and reconnaissance, whatever that means, of 25%. He's a womanizer. Wow. Okay. Well, we need you on the battlefield. So, Carlos Svol de Cardona can be a womanizer for now, but if I catch wind of it, you're gonna be out on the streets, son. Alright, let's divide this military up appropriately then. We will have our attacker leading a main force of 64,000. Yes, this guy. And the defenders will be balanced into the smaller ones. My defender, Luis Verdaguer, will lead that one, and Carlos will lead the other one. Our defense, well, first off, I want Andre to try and see if he can help the French out there. The French are, yeah, they're doing good against the British over there in Dunkirk, where they need to be. Luis Verdaguer, I'll just push through to Siguenza. And Carlos, see if you can do something in Cuenca. It looks like the French have basically killed all of the Spanish already, so I think this will be a quick war indeed. But you know what they say about quick wars? They're never very quick. The Iraq-Afghanistan war is probably supposed to be pretty quick. Here we are, over 10 years later. They always said the Civil War was going to be a quick one, but, that was a huge engagement. Now we have a huge amount of Sicilian nationalists in Sicily. See, that's a competent rebellion right there. 24,000, 27,000, and 12,000. That's a rebellion. Those other things were nothing. Except for that one episode where we couldn't stage a defense against it. Alright, so we're still getting more recruits pouring into the capital. See if Andar can push forward to Madrid. I'd rather him occupy the capital. Alright, so far so good. And, holy Toledo. We're gonna start losing monies. Oh, man. Forget what you're doing. Don't run the other way, Andar. You got the attack of 2 here. Get in there. Pow. Battle of Messina has been lost. What battle? I guess we probably drafted someone over there. We are 100% mobilized. So that'll be the end of that. And we have won the Battle of Toledo against the British with 2.9 war score. Can we add a war goal? We can! Look at that. Acquire state. Spanish Catalonia. Proceed. Because I think we'll win this. Most definitely. That gives us 11 war score, but that's a-okay. Who will we send for this job? Send Luis Verdaguer. He's probably going to be okay. And he has some draftees to work with when he gets back up there. I'll just balance these guys, though, so I can reinforce the front where it needs to be reinforced. It's Toledo. Probably send some guys down here to Cartagena. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses, so everything's a bit blurry right now. Can't really read, especially all this stuff that's going to be, you know, in a different language. Merge these guys. They could do with some merging. I think we can take these guys on in the capital city here. The war is still on our side, very much so. Never seen the British in these parts. They usually just stick their heads over at Dunkirk. Oh man, they're starting to win in Dunkirk. Send your troops up there. Okay, that's what they're doing. 71,000 versus 41,000. That's going to be a victory. Good. Got a lot of room to work with. Let's just remember this. What are you doing? No, fight up there. Did he get over there? Alright, he's there. All aboard. Okay then. Just have them right there so I can get him on board. Where'd he go? I have to unassign him from these guys. No leader. Yes, sure. And put him in the first army. That's a very annoying system. I wish there was a way around that, but there just simply is not. Gain 5 liberal in the upper house. Now, the scary thing about this engagement here is that the Spanish could send a navy fleet over here, or the British could send their armada in. Hopefully, though, we can occupy the Balearic Islands before they do such a thing. We'll, of course, have to attack those 6,000 guys there, but that shouldn't be the big problem. And we'll immediately send these guys back into the harbor so they don't do anything serious. Let us fight the Spanish down here. I think the French have the Battle of Soria under control. Pow-pow. Okay. With the Battle of the Balearic Islands, those 6,000 men had nowhere to run. They're all dead. No one is going to be captured, taken prisoners. There is no mercy in Catalonia. And... oh, wow. So now we're at 14%? No, they're at 14%. How are they at 14%? Is it because... yeah, I'm not really understanding that logic. Oh well, we'll see how these battles go, I guess. That doesn't make any sense to me. They're not occupying any of our stuff. So how could they possibly be? Let's just merge these two, if we can. Under, sure. We'll try and go around Sirwinza, help the French out, who started to lose that battle. Okay, there. Now they are sure to win. Guess I should do the counteroffensive over here, because they're getting pretty pesky. Our draftees should meet up down here in, what's this place called? Albacete. Sure. And, yes, okay. Doing good. Doing alright. I mean, we have their capital city under occupation, so why they would have the positive war score at that time confuses me, to say the least. They're about to take our capital, though. Well, we'll deal with that, I'm sure. Yeah, actually, we'll deal with it right now. Strike these 13,000 real quick, free up those French troops to deal with more pressing concerns, and go straight back to Barcelona, deoccupy that. Meanwhile, it might be a good idea to get these guys off the Balearic Islands. They're not doing much there. They've occupied it thoroughly. Good job, guys. We'll put them in Castellon, because they don't have much morale. Oh, actually, they have tons of morale. Okay, well, because we ignored the Sicilies, we've lost it, and they've become the two Sicilies. They have not joined up with Italy. It's even funnier, though, because now they're, once again, called the two Sicilies, but they are really just the one Sicily. Horror! Indeed. We'll see if we can reacquire them in a bit. Probably not. That would be too much war score. Annexing a country costs 22. Anyway, let's focus on the now for right now. Get these 29,000 guys to Barcelona, so we get this taken care of. Oh, our Italian troops have to leave now. Those two Sicilians. That's just 1,000 guys, though, so that's not a huge deal. Send these 49,000 troops to deal with the Spanish up there. Our mining output has been increased. See if there's more army tactics we can learn. And some more artillery. Better army organization is what I'm going to go with. So we can get gas attack and gas defense. It's really important. Capital for investors. Okay. Yes, our athletes have won the 5th Olympic Games, I believe. Alright. I'll end this episode after this war. Which, should be soon. I can't imagine it going on horribly long. We lost the Battle of Lerida. Where? What? When did we start losing that? That's ridiculous. And it makes us lose all that war score when any one battle. Okay. Not sure that's fair. Yeah, it's completely fair. Excellent. Yep, get back in there. Regain your honor. Victor. Yeah, and that gives us plus 0.1 war score, of course. Of course. Okay. So that's deoccupied. It will help them out up here. It's probably going to give us a lot of attrition, though. Merge. And... good. Okay, now we got 39,000 British troops. Oh, man. Okay, so they are pushing hard across Spain right now. We need to really push it up here. Go back to Barcelona. Defend it with your life. Oh man, he didn't get his defense boost, so we're going to lose this battle. Okay, I don't like that at all. Go up there. Help out the Spanish. And I guess we'll just lock our marches with this French contingent. Oh, wait. Okay, I guess they won? I don't know how that worked. Where are they moving is the guess. You gotta make. Nope, they're moving exactly where I thought they were. So we're gonna go the long way and get there before they do so we can get our defense boost, which doesn't seem like it's going to account for much. Here in this narrow pass. Alright, maybe we can win. Okay, we won the Battle of Lerida. Restored that bit of war score we lost. And this is a tougher war than I thought it was going to be, but it's mostly just we need these French to get over here. So yeah, I'm gonna have to send these guys to assist the French troops and just watch as they occupy my territory. As long as they stay out of the Balearic Islands, I think I'm good. I'll send these guys to Alicante, away from the occupation. Yeah, follow these guys. Follow them. Very smooth swiping force across Spain there. Okay, the Spanish are having a revolution right now. Communists may win the day in Spain. That upsets me. Their capital is now Palermo. Okay, we've gotten peace with Portugal, which probably isn't the best thing for us right now, honestly, because now, look at that. Our war score is now 19%. Because now we don't have the Portuguese bargaining chip, as I'm going to call it. Like, I never do that. I never accept peace with people I fully occupy, because it just makes my war score become less than the actual goal I want to accomplish, but the AI wants to declare peace as soon as they possibly can. But I think as long as I got the Balearic Islands, it should be good, right? That is giving me, let's see here. Yeah, 75% fulfilled. What do you mean that? Oh, that's theirs, of course. Yeah, that's 100% fulfilled, giving us 8 war score. Oh my goodness. French people. The war is up there. Please direct your attention towards it. Thank you. Jeez. Guess I should look at this front. Okay, that's why we're losing so horribly. Because the... Wow, that is a lot of British troops. We're gonna lose. Okay, there it is. Man. Oh, France, you've let me down today. I think you've let us all down. You let Catalonia down. And then we lost 2 provinces as a result of that. The Italians have taken Italian Sicily, which was Catalonian Sicily, and the British have successfully defeated France, and Vasconia Aragon is no longer ours. Hopefully, Spain will just get hit by that rebellion I saw that they had going on, and they will fall out of the sphere of influence of the British, and I can attack them. But we'll see what happens in the next exciting episode of Andar Plays Victoria 2 as Catalonia. As always, thanks for watching.